Yes. If you can just state your full names.
Honorable Your Lordship, Judge President of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We, Mdomuhle Kaula, the undersigned, member of the Provincial Legislature of KwaZulu-Natal, hereby nominate the following person as a candidate for election as Speaker of the Provincial Legislature of KwaZulu-Natal, Honorable Nontembeko Nothemba Boyce. Thank you.
Is this nomination seconded?
Much, Chief Justice.
I received that by faith, but for now it's Judge President.
Oh, Judge President. Paulo, I apologize for the promotion. We, Francois Rogers, the undersigned member of the Provincial Legislature of KwaZulu-Natal, hereby second the following person, Nontombeko Nontemba Boyce, as a candidate for election of Speaker of the Provincial Legislature. Diabulela.
Thank you. Thank you. Is the nomination accepted?
Soko yabakweli kwisahluko saKwaZulu-Natal, igama lam ndinguNontembeko Nothemba wakwaBoyce. Ndiyakwamkela ukutyunjelwa ukuthi ndingene uqatso.
Thank you. Please present the nomination form to the returning officer. Has that been done? Returning officer, are you satisfied as to the identity of every signatory to the nomination and that the nomination paper has been properly completed?
I am satisfied, Judge President.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations? Yes, thank you.
We, Superior Professor Given Mbata, the undersigned member of the Provincial Legislature of KwaZulu-Natal, hereby nominate Reverend Dix, Alexander Dix, as the Speaker of the House.
Thank you. Is this nomination seconded?
Judge President, igama lami ngiwuhlobisile ngwakaDlamini oyilunga lalendlu yowisomthetho. Ngiyalisekela igama likaMhlonishwa uMarvin Dix. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you. Is the nomination accepted? Just state your full names just for the record. Thank you. Please present the nomination form to the returning officer. More than one candidate has been nominated. In accordance with item 6, part A, schedule 3 of the Constitution, a vote must now be taken by secret ballot. Each member present at this meeting is entitled to vote. The candidates who have been nominated are Nontembeko Nothemba Boyce, Mervyn Alexander Dix. I will now suspend the election for a period sufficient to prepare for the voting. Once the preparations are concluded, the bells will be rung for 5 minutes. Members are requested to report promptly to the House when the bells are rung. The doors will then be locked and the voting will continue. The election is therefore suspended.
Honorable Judge President and the Speaker of the Secretary of the Legislature, we just want to check the fairness of the secret ballot, because what we are saying is that if it's a secret ballot, we must protect the secrecy of that ballot. Therefore, we want to ask that people that will go and vote must use the pens that are supplied, the blue pen, black pen that's supplied by
Sorry, just please wait.
the members that will cast their vote must use the black pen supplied by the House, because it has been brought to our attention, Honourable Judge President, that certain parties have issued their members with different color pens, so that if that color falls on any other candidate than their candidate, then they will know that somebody amongst their ranks have not voted in line with their thing, and that will not be secret anymore. So we must protect the secrecy of the ballot, so it can truly be a secret ballot. Honourable Judge President, I thank you very much.
Thank you. I do not propose to open a debate at this point. I will suspend the House so that the election is prepared, and I will deal with the issue when I come back.
The issue was that allowing people to vote with green pens, red pens, different color pens. What we are proposing in order to protect the secrecy of the ballot and to make it a true secret ballot, that a black pen should be used, whether it's your own black pen or a black pen that's in the popute, that all members of the House should vote in a black pen and not in colored pens, to be used as a code to see which way members of certain parties have voted, because we believe there is an attempt to make certain members of certain party to vote with different color pens, green, black, blue, red, different color pens. So we said it should be a black pen, your own pen, or a pen found in a boat.
May I just inquire from you, how will they know this? Because in the ballot, you will be there alone with your pen, and there are no cell phones allowed to take any pictures.
Yeah, you must understand, Judge President, that when we do the counting, parties will have their party agents there. They'll have their party agents. When we do counting, parties,
just order, please.
When you do counting, parties will have their party agents present there. So if my party have 5 members and I give them each a different color pen, and I say they must vote in a particular way, if I find that color on another candidate, voting for another candidate, and I know that somebody in my party have not voted according to what we have instructed them to do, and then it is no more a secret ballot, Judge President.
May I just draw your attention to Rule 7.3 of the rules that were issued by the Chief Justice. It says, when you are counting, no person other than the presiding officer, the returning officer, and the assistant returning officer may be present in the room while the votes are being counted. That is the rule. There is nobody else. It's me and the returning officers.
Is that the rule that the Chief Justice have
yes,
ruling?
That we've gazetted.
Okay.
So that are the rules.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Now, on resumption of the House, I had suspended it to allow for Mr. Twala. The rules were gazetted by the Chief Justice on 30th May 2024, and the Secretary of the Legislature ensured me that all the political parties have received them. When I started these proceedings, I did indicate that I'm proceeding in terms of these rules that have been issued by the Chief Justice. I am the only person and the returning officers that will be present when the voting counts. You just have to trust me and that process, because it is not allowed for in any other legislation that there be other people.
Judge President, sorry about it, Judge. Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, Mr. Dex, I cannot allow that. I have now resumed the process of voting. I need to concentrate on them.
We can see how people are voting. The box is right in front of us. This member can see how people are voting. I can see how people
Okay.
are voting. The box needs to be turned.
We will sort that out. Yes, can the cameras be switched off, and otherwise I will direct that they be taken out of the room. Just hold on there. Please, if we can just not have so much of debate.
No, Judge President.
Yes.
In fact, I want to address the point that you're on right now.
Yes.
You yourself clearly stated that during the voting process, you will not entertain debates.
Yes.
But what we are seeing right now is a member raising, and through his statements, we are now changing the processes. Now you're opening a can of worms, because if somebody else then stands up, you are going to have to entertain that person as well. Now the
Yes.
voting process has started.
Yes.
In principle, we cannot change because we've already had people voting.
Yes.
So I suggest that we stick to the rules and not entertain any debates at this point.
Thank you. Resume. The votes have been counted, and the result is as follows. Is it on a point of order?
Judge President, we have issues that we want to raise as per the rules of the House.
Which rule, sorry?
Rule 8.
Rule 8.
Yes.
Okay, just hold on for me. So the rules that we are operating on today are those that have been issued by the Chief Justice.
Yes.
Rule 8, yes.
The unforeseen procedural matters.
Yes.
Judge President, we firstly, Honourable Member Dix raised a matter that the honourable members on that side, when they vote, they show each other that they are voting.
Just hold on.
Can I
Order
be
me,
protected from the
please.
17%, Judge President? So now what they are doing,
Please, order.
so now I'm raising this matter simply because what they were doing, firstly, Judge President, you said there must be no recording whatsoever. But now we see these honourable members from the 17% on videos that are now circulating on social media. When they are voting, they are showing each other they are voting. So now we feel that it's not going to be right that you give us the results because of what was happening. That's number one. And number two.
Order, please.
And number two, I think I would suggest that because of what they are doing, because there's no longer any secret in their voting, they are just showing everybody. In particular, Judge President, they are showing the leader of the 17%. I will say that. So I request.
Order, please.
I request that one, we revote. And when we revote, Judge President, the ballots, they must not show them, because we raised the matter earlier, that they can see what we are doing. It's no longer secret. So we request, and I'll tell you why I request this. I'm requesting this because, firstly, there is something that is circulating around that says IEC can never be trusted. And if these things are happening like this, we feel that there is no secret in what is
Order,
happening.
please.
So
Order.
I am requesting that, Judge President. And as I was saying, there are videos circulating on social media. I do have a proof of honourable members voting and showing each other. So we feel that if you continue giving us the results, it won't be fair. As we are here today because of the IEC. That's why we have this 17% now bullying us, showing each other what they are doing. Thanks, Honourable Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Thank you. I think you will be the last person, because I had initially said I was not going to allow a lot of debate on these issues. Yes.
Is it on? Okay, it's on. I'm not part of your coalition. Don't ever do that.
Honorable member, please address me.
Honorable
Order,
Judge,
please.
Honorable Judge, President, and the House.
Order, please.
And the House, especially our comrades of the MK and the EFF. I've been raising my hand. You did not note or take my hand. Before even the session of election of the voting started, I've been raising my hand. I'm very much concerned about that, Honorable Judge President, because we wanted to raise issues that are valid, that are a matter on this process. You simply ignored me. We believe that when we're voting, it's a secret. We raised a concern about the table of voting that is faced to the other members, of which is no longer a secret when it's like that. Why the table was not facing the wall, so that everybody who's voting will be voting secretly, freely, so as per the democracy that we are in South Africa. Why should when we're voting, other members are acting like party agents and the reps there are two members of the other political parties that were making sure that they see everything that is happening on that table or box when we were voting. Why did you not take our concerns when it comes to that? So this voting that was happening is no longer a secret, it's no longer freely, so that doesn't determine the democracy that we are in. We need to revote. That's what we need to do.
Thank you, honorable members. When the voting presumed, I was alerted firstly to the fact that other members could see how others were voting in the box, and I regulated that. After a short while, I ensured that all the cameras were off, and I even asked that they all be switched off, and that was done. And after a while, I was again alerted, I think by Mr. Dex, Honorable Dex, that other members were showing other members how they were voting. I did not see that, but I called the House to order. And the voting proceeded. I left the House without any objections or any issues. I am now back, and I'm going to pronounce on the results of the votes. I'm not going to be taking any more hands. I will now announce the results. Honorable Twala, Honorable Mr. Twala, if you can just take your seat. You must take your seat, and then I can recognize you. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. I've asked you to take your seat. Yes, please, Mr. Honorable Twala. Of the House, and this is supplemented Rule 8. 2. A question of procedure may be raised with the presiding officer's leave by a member, or in the event of an election under these rules in the National Council of Provinces, a head of a provincial delegation on behalf of a delegation and second by another or another delegation, as the case may be. If she considers it necessary or desirable in a particular case, the presiding officer may permit a discussion of the question and may limit participation in and the duration of the discussion in such manner as he or she thinks fit. That is the first one that I would like to remind you. And also, I want to remind you of Rule 9. Members must conduct themselves in an orderly manner and may not engage in conduct which impedes proceedings in any way. Now, an issue was raised by one honorable member, and then another one also raised the issue. I have ruled on that issue. Is there any other issue of procedure that you want to raise? Because I have ruled on that issue. Yes, honorable member.
Unfortunately, that Rule 9 that you are reading, it's what we don't have. Maybe it's only you who have. We only have until Rule 8, which my honorable member raised his point on that particular rule. Judge President, I don't think it's fair, because when we tried to raise these issues, you continuously suppressed this member until he forcefully stood up and spoke, alerting you of irregularities that were taking place here. A secret ballot, in its nature, it hinders people to influence any form of how people should vote. Now, we feel that this election process, it was not free and fair. It was not in any form a secret ballot. So we are saying, now, you declare this exercise null and void, and we start afresh to vote because we continuously try to capture and get your attention that there are certain people here who are monitoring and policing people on how they are voting, and we feel that is not fair.
Thank you,
also,
honorable.
Just be patient.
Honorable member.
Just be patient with me.
Honorable Twala.
It means we can stay here until 12 midnight.
Honorable Twala.
To proceed. We told you way in advance.
Honorable Twala, please. I have made my ruling on that issue. Is there another issue that you want to raise?
What was your ruling?
I made my ruling that I did consider all the issues, and
but
I cautioned.
Continued, and we have evidence now. When we bring it to our attention, we have the evidence here, which is circling on social media, that people were policed when they are casting their votes. So we don't feel that is free and fair. We together with the MP were saying we must start afresh here. Nothing is going to continue. Nothing is going to continue. We must start afresh. We have all the time in the world. We must start afresh here. Nothing is going to proceed here. We must start afresh here. We must start afresh. No, unfortunately, I'm talking to the Judge President, not yourself. I'm raising my point to the Judge President, not yourself. Unfortunately.
Honorable Twala.
We alerted you way in advance that there are irregularities, and you could not cling into that.
Honorable Twala. Honorable Twala.
No, Judge President. I did not invite you. No, Judge President.
Honorable Twala.
I'm not going to be told by you. I'm not going to be told by you to sit down.
Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members. An issue was raised, and please, I want to draw attention to Rule 9 that regulates these proceedings, particularly how you conduct themselves. The issue was raised by the honorable member on this side and the other one. And Honorable Twala is still raising the same issue. I have ruled on the issue. and I will now proceed and announce the results of the votes. The ruling was that all the issues that were raised, I addressed during the voting, and the voting continued. The voting continued, and the voting was completed, and I left the House without any member raising any issue with the voting. I am now back to announce the results, and I will not allow any other hands. The election will resume. The votes have been counted.
Judge President.
Honorable member,
I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand.
I have not.
I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand. Please note my hand.
I have not recognized.
Please note my hand. Please note my hand.
I have not recognized you.
Please recognize.
I am not going to allow any more debate on this issue.
We raise a consent.
You raised the issue, Mr. Dex, and I addressed it, and I am not going to. You have raised the issue, and I want to draw your attention.
Let me assist the judge.
Honorable members, I have drawn your attention to the rules. There's Rule 9 and there's also Rule 10. In terms of Rule 10, if at any stage of the sitting, if the presiding officer forms the opinion that one or more members is or are, either individually or collectively, behaving in a manner that is either designed to disrupt the sitting or to prevent or unduly delay the due and timeous finalization of the business of the day, or is or are behaving in a manner that may have such effect, he or she may order such member or members to leave the chamber for the remainder of the sitting. Should such member or members refuse or fail to leave the chamber after the presiding officer has made such an order, the presiding officer may call upon the legislature's designated protection services to assist in removing the member or members from the chamber. The provisions of Rule 9.4 and 9.6 shall apply under this rule as well. I now proceed to announce the votes that have been counted, and the result is as follows. I now have 80 ballot papers. There were no spoiled votes. The first person that was nominated was Notemba Boyce, and the second one was Mervyn Alexander Dex. The voting is as follows: Notemba Boyce, 41 votes. Mervyn, order please. Order. Order. Order please. Order. Order please. Mervyn Alexander Dex, 39. Order please. In terms of Section 6C, order please. In terms of Section 6C of Part A of Schedule 3 to the Constitution, I accordingly declare Notemba Boyce the Speaker of the KwaZulu-Natal Legislature. Order please. Order please. Order please. Order please. Honorable members, order please. I congratulate you on your election as Speaker, and I now call upon you, Notemba Boyce, declare the election of the Speaker to be closed, and I call upon you to take your position and preside over the nomination of the Deputy Speaker.